Back when Pokemon Go was first released,
People were going crazy over it.
I mean, everybody loved this game. But nowadays, if you're caught playing it, you hear things like,
You serious?
So what exactly was it that made people think that Pokemon Go was so uncool all of a sudden? Well, that's just what we're here to find out. So today I'm going to be taking a look at things that people are complaining about the game. And just as a disclaimer, none of the things said in this video are meant to seriously bash Pokemon Go, but rather to look at things that could be improved in the game to make the game better. So without further ado, here are 50 things that people think are wrong with Pokemon Go.
I'm starting off my list with one of the most obvious problems. You still can't trade any of your Pokemon in the game. This is one of the main features in the Pokemon games. And they even advertised this feature in the game when it first came out. But yet, it still hasn't happened. The battle system isn't really that great. You just keep swiping and swiping and swiping on your phone until either your Pokemon faints or the gym Pokemon faints. It's not really that exciting. In the beginning of the game, you get to choose whether to join Team Mystic, Team Valor, or Team Instinct, which of course led to a huge imbalance of the teams. The majority of players are either on Team Mystic or Team Valor, leaving Team Instinct with a lot less players, making it a lot harder for that team to actually keep gems. So you've collected all of these Pokemon and gotten a great team together, but yet you still can't battle your friends. For a lot of people, the lag in this game is a huge problem. Of course, there's a lot of glitches in this game. After playing the game for a while, the gameplay gets really repetitive. The gym system was recently redone, however it still needs a lot more work put into it, because gyms could be done a lot better. Maybe you can actually earn badges from gyms, like in the Pokemon games. I don't know, it just seems like they could do a lot more with them. In Pokemon Go, there are some Pokemon that you can only catch in certain countries of the world. So if you were attempting to catch them all, you're gonna need a lot of money, because you're gonna have to make a trip around the world, because like I said before, we still can't trade for them. Otherwise, this wouldn't be such a big problem. The game drains your phone battery so quickly that most people that play the game seriously have to buy an external battery. And using the AR feature makes your battery drain even faster. So most of the time people just end up switching it off. And now let's get to the Pokestops. Of course, there are a lot of inappropriate Pokestops in the game, as well as Pokestops with curse words in them. A lot of Pokestops offended a lot of people as well, and of course, the sexual Pokestops. Yeah, there were even Pokestops that led kids to sex shops, and even strip clubs as well.
There are also Pokestops located in really dangerous areas, which can put people's lives in danger.
You can easily get randomly disconnected from the game at any time. And if this happens in the middle of catching a rare Pokemon, too bad. And most of the time it takes forever to get the game reloaded to play again.
There's a bug in the game in which your Pokemon can take a huge chunk of damage,
but the boss somehow regains a chunk of its health back. There's a dodge bug in the game where you can get the word dodged appearing above your Pokemon. About 3 seconds later, you lose all your health and your Pokemon faints.
Wow!
There's another bug in the game where you can take twice the damage from one charge attack. Most of the time, the game won't even count your steps accurately to hatch your eggs. Certain Pokemon are so overpowered. There are so many hackers and spoofers in this game, and most of the time they just get away with it. The evolution items can take forever to get. And after saving up all of those candies, finally getting the evolution item you need, and evolving your Pokemon, if you have bad luck with RNG, well, that's too bad. And you end up having to do it all over again, in hopes of getting better RNG next time.
At the 2017 Pokemon Go Fest, there were 30,000 people there, and none of them could even connect to the game to play it at the event, which led fans to start yelling things like,
1/4 this size. Running for rare Pokemon.
Oh, wow, this looks like an awesome video here. We got
The character customization options are very limited, and most people's characters just end up looking the same. Wild Pokemon can just randomly disappear. Your character can randomly start running around even when you're not moving. When you're on a raid boss, the timer starts way late, which causes the timer to end way too early, so you can never be too sure about how much time you have left. The overworld map just feels really empty, flat, and dull. When the game first came out, people actually died in real life because of this game.
A lot of people got in trouble for trespassing on people's property because there was either a Pokestop there or a Pokemon.
The game no longer supports older phones. It can take forever for the game creators to fix a big problem in the game. And not only that, but the customer support is very poor. You would think that certain Pokemon could only be found in certain environments. But no, most of the time it's just random. You can't choose which generation of Pokemon you want to see. So if you're playing to catch a certain generation of Pokemon, you just have to hope that it randomly shows up on the screen. And as more generations are added, it'll get harder and harder to find certain Pokemon from a certain generation. Even though you can have a buddy Pokemon, it doesn't show up and follow you around on the game map. The tracking system only tracks Pokemon to Pokestops now. Back when the game first came out, you were actually able to track certain Pokemon to exactly where they were in order to find them, which was actually a lot more fun in my opinion. If you don't live in a big city, and if you just live in a small town, then most of the time you're not even going to be able to find any Pokemon. If you play the game alone, then most of the time you get screwed over, because other people that play with friends can come around and just take your gems, or take whatever they want. As I mentioned earlier, you can only join Team Mystic, Team Valor, or Team Instinct. And if your friend happened to choose one of the other teams, then you're not even able to play with them. So if you wanted to get together with your friend and go take over a gym, if they're on Team Valor and you're on Team Mystic, you can't do it. And you can't change teams either. So if you ever wanted to play with that friend, then you're gonna have to start all over, so you can choose to be on the team that they're on. There are no NPCs to battle in this game.
GPS signal not found. The game actually put Pokestops in graveyards, which of course led to people defacing graves. It got so bad that in some towns the police had to get involved, and ended up trying to sue the game creators.
And the most important thing, there are no true endgame goals. Like in most Pokemon games, you get to the end and you beat the Elite Four. Well, in this game there really is no endgame, unless you plan on making that trip around the world just so you can collect all the Pokemon for this game. I think it would be a good idea to have something like an Elite Four battle, or just some kind of endgame content. That way players can at least have some kind of goal to try and get up to.
So there you go, you guys. 50 things that people think are wrong with Pokemon Go.
What are some improvements that you guys think that they can make to the game? Let me know in the comments section below.
Follow me on Twitter at @BrandonThePast for more updates and funny Pokemon stuff. Thank you to all my Patreons for the continued support.
Thank you all for watching. This has been Brandon, and I'll see you guys in the next video.